Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. It's Maurice with another full self-driving beta test at my Model Y. So let's see how it goes. Leaving as usual from my neighborhood in Des Moines, Washington. It is a busy time of day. I'm going quite a long distance. We're going all the way up into what's known as the Madrona district of Seattle. I've got to wait. I would engage, let me engage self-driving, even though it is busy. Let's see what happens. It might not let me, actually. Actually, in all fairness, I'm going to engage it after we get out of this kind of a difficult turn onto this heavily trafficked road. We are now engaged. So, but it usually handles that entry very well. So I'm not gonna, worry about it too much, because in other videos you'll see that it navigates that pretty darn well. It'll wait. It can't see too terribly far. It's a curved road. There's cars coming from both directions from around these blind corners, and a lot of times they're going over the speed limit. But I've been very impressed with Tezler, my Tesla, which is what I call it, avoiding any kind of accidents or whatever. As I was saying, we're headed to Seattle, so I'm sure a portion of this will be sped up with some music in the background for you to enjoy, but this again is just more in the wild testing, if you will, from Maurice and his Tezler in the Pacific Northwest. This drive should be pretty interesting. There's going to be a lot of traffic once we do get to downtown. Even though the traffic's leaving downtown, anytime you get into the metro kind of neighborhoods, it's definitely very busy. So I'm sure Tezler will be challenged. Oh, got a yellow light, and it did brake. I thought about gunning it, but thought better of it. I like that. Okay, so this turn, it can sometimes get a little unconventional, kind of lane jump, won't decide which one to get into, but this time it's done very well. Sometimes it'll get into it too late. I think there was another video, actually it might have been one of my draft videos that never made the cut. There were about 4 videos, by the way, that I made that I never even posted because they're just so god-awful. And I'm not Martin Scorsese over here, folks. Give me a break, huh? Anyway, yeah, I kind of went on a little rant about that turn in particular, because what happens is the car will decide too late to get over into the left lane to turn, and then it ends up blocking the right lane for people that want to, turn right. I'm in the way with my Tesla's big butt essentially out the way. And that's not cool. Okay, so here it's like backed off, didn't know, but it put on its turn signal. Let's see, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give that about a 5. It was like a little indecisive, a little bit late. It kind of cut a car off, and it brake checked kind of abruptly, unhuman-like, in other words. When I give it a score like that, and again, these aren't disengagements, I don't count them as interventions, but it's just me tracking the behavior of the vehicle. How close to a human is it driving, similar to? Now, if you're comparing it to a completely horrible driver, then it did maybe an 8. But if you consider it me, which, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I am, I would give it the 5, because I think I could have done that maneuver incredibly much smoother. But as you know, this is a work in progress, and I don't want to complain, you know, because someday the AI overlords might, you know, come back to get me. So here we are, we're about to go over the First Avenue Bridge, and I've been talking this whole time. I've had my hand on the wheel because, you know, Tesla does, like when you touch it, Tezler, my vehicle does, and the Tesla team probably appreciates people who make these videos if they obey the be in control of the vehicle at all times mantra, if you will, because most of the time I'll have my hands right here next to my lap, but have quick reflexes too. I'm never too worried about that. Okay, so key moment, I'm going to point it out. We just drove by a 40-mile-an-hour sign. Why are we going 65, Tezler? It is in a friggin' hot hurry here. No, but seriously, so it's always had that problem, and I'm going to report it. Bug report, vehicle missed a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit sign. Close enough. It did send it off, but it said MISTA, like M-I-S-T-A, it spelled it out instead of missed A. 45-mile-an-hour speed limits. Hopefully they can decipher that. Okay, so it's got a right-hand turn signal on, just a phantom right for no reason. These things happen. Stop it. Hey, cut it out. Hey, you're making this look silly. Tezler, knock it out. Turn off your turn signal. We're not going right. Anyway, I'm sure it'll stop. Sure doesn't want to go right. You don't want to go right. Don't go right. Just chill. Okay. It is awkward when this turn signal thing happens, because I do feel like I have to be a little more like, is it going to jump in the other lane, like at a bad moment for no reason? And I don't like that. They'll get it sorted though. Again, this ticky-tack kind of annoyance, but nothing too serious. Okay, so now it doesn't know what to do. It's going 20 miles an hour on this honor, which the speed limit again does say 30 or so. Here's another mistake though. We're doing the carpool lane and we're not carpooling, so I've got to get over. I'm going to get over. This Tesla needs to let me over. Thank you, Tesla. I'll wave to them. Thank you. Alright, anyway, now we're back on track. You saw nothing. These are not the droids you're looking for. Bouncing around like, is this road hogging? It's like, left, right, go back left. Tezler, you little cutie pie. Okay, so now let's see, are we gonna turn on our turn signal? That car did. Do what that car did in front of us. No, it's just gonna scoot right in behind another Tesla. My goodness, there's just so many Teslas on the road these days. That does make me feel good. Okay, now there's a person who wants to come into the right. They probably want to get off on this exit. And okay, good job, Tezler. Let them in. But now we need to get over, or we're going to get trapped getting off on that exit only lane. Okay, now it's speeding up. Now it's slowing down. And it's getting over. Pretty good. I'm going to give it a good score on that one. That one was a solid 8. So if we're talking how solid the score on that was, I'd say I would have similarly done that. Backed off a little, then picked a good moment to gun it. You know, you always want to change lanes for those beginner drivers out there that don't have FSD. You want to change lanes, either going the exact speed of the cars, you know, that you're cutting in front of, or speeding past them faster. Otherwise, you're making them brake check, and that's rude, and Don't drive like that, please. Just don't do it. So one thing I do find interesting about these vehicles is, and I love, is it has traffic data that as a human I don't have, you don't have, you know, unless you're like on your phone looking at Google Maps or Apple Maps or something, which is extremely sketchy and you should never do. You know, this car is going to find us the quickest way to where we're going, which is again in Madrona. So I think it's cool that it's just going to navigate through the traffic. Even though there's traffic, it's going to do it. It's going to do it. Alright. Pretty smooth though. Everyone here is just trying to get home. You know, some people had a good day, some people had a bad day. All in all though, this is like, okay, now we're going to have to toggle to our right, which it wanted to, and it actually did that smooth. I was nervous because I'm not in control, and I think that is another part of it. When you're not the one turning the wheel, any movement the car does on its own is gonna feel a little weird, because when we turn the wheel, think about it. Now here's a bit of science, and I'm just surmising this, and it's my own hypothesis, not to use too many large words on you folks, but you know, it's just a theory that when we turn the wheel, we can feel the G-forces of that motion in our hands, in our arms, where it's programmed in our brains from years of driving, just the repetition, the practice of that action of changing lanes, speeding up, cutting in. It's like learning to walk or ride a bike. Once you know how to do it, it's just so natural. But when a car does it, it kind of throws your body left to right. You know, if it's a heart, I'm obviously exaggerating those motions when I'm showing you that as an example. But I think it is fair to say that when you're not in control, it's a weird feeling. I don't know any other experience I can relate it to, unless you're a passenger in a car. I guess that's the closest thing. But it's different when you have the steering wheel in front of you, but you're not touching it. It's like, you want to, and you want it to make it go like here or there, and I would go a little more left of the lane or right of the lane, this type of thing, right? Little nitpicky preferences that we all have in our driving. The car is not driving like us though. So yeah, it's very interesting. Okay, so this is all really good. I've just rambled on in your ear about nothing. And the car just killed it right through there. Just killed it. You're welcome. Yeah, that just happened. Alright, anyway, I'm gonna chill out now. I'm gonna chill out, I'm gonna be quiet. You're not gonna hear anything now. See how you like that? Alright, here we go. Actually, I'm not gonna be quiet. I'm narrating. I am your narrator of this test. Okay, so pedestrians. See what it does. I haven't done anything. I am touching the wheel as a security blanket for the car because it likes to be touched, but I'm not intervening. I'm not disengaging, and I'm also not going to jinx, so I'm not going to say anything about you know what. Okay, that's a little weird, but oh, is it going to hit the bumpy bumps? Ooh, that was very smooth. What? Okay, let's go. Tezler. You know, I do have one other bone to pick, one other little small rant I got to get off my chest. I don't know what this is, but whenever I am driving my Tesla around, even if I'm driving in control, you know, not doing these videos, because sometimes I still do like to drive myself, right? But anytime I'm driving, it seems like, I don't know what it is, but people in big trucks have a short fuse and some sort of hatred for Teslas. Is it just me? Am I crazy? I don't think so. I think this is real, and I want to know why. Is it because they're electric and they're mad that they have a big giant gas guzzling gas hog that's destroying our environment? Maybe there's a little bit of jealousy there. I don't know. That's what I'm going with. Anyway, okay, rant over, and stoplight. So that was a short story. Red light, green light. I don't know. I'm not gonna try to be too nitpicky, but I had a guy flip me off yesterday. It kind of pissed me off, to be honest. I got mad. I won't lie. I was mad. But you know what I did? Instead of getting mad and showing my anger back and flipping his mouth back, I said, I think that burned him even more than flipping him off back. I also don't think he saw me. But that's what I like to do to those people, those road ragers. Kill them with kindness. That's the key. That's my secret. What do you think? Yeah, I'm a silly man. I am your newest favorite goofy guy with a camera. So get used to me. Just saying. Not going anywhere. Okay, this is the longest light in history. Okay, creeping forward. That was smooth. Totally what I would do. Now it's gonna wait for this last car, and is it gonna smooth it out? Yep, sure enough it is. One little jerk on the wheel there, but otherwise very smooth. I think these roads are probably fairly well mapped by FSD data. I'm seeing Tesla after Tesla. Here's one. Let's count Teslas. 1, 2. Let me just count Teslas. It'll be fun too, a little game. So actually there was a third one there too, prior to this first two that I just counted. Anyway, yeah. So I think there's a lot of FSD drivers up in these parts. Actually, I actually know one in particular, Gally, shout out to you, man. You're also an inspiration, my friend, if you ever watch this video. I would love to connect with you. You totally brought me into the Tesla sort of, I'm going to say it, fanboy scene. It's a real thing. But you brought me in, and if you all know who I'm talking about, Gally is from Seattle, and his videos about, what was it, 2016, 2015, 2016, I don't know why, but the algorithm fed me his content quite a bit, and I gobbled up all of it. I ate it all and asked for seconds. It was so inspiring, and I literally invested a lot of money into the Tesla mission and dream. And there's another story behind that. I won't go into it right now, but essentially what it boils down to is I felt like I always missed out on the big investment opportunities with the kind of like, okay, so it abruptly slowed down there for no reason. I had to give it some throttle. So that is an intervention. I am going to dock it once. Okay, so I didn't jinx it, but I did have to intervene because there was a car that would have just got angry. Okay, this is wrong too. So, whoa, watch out, pigeons. Now it's just going after random pigeons. And it's tailgating now. What is it doing? My lord, this is getting very erratic at the moment. And the guy behind me, he's laughing. I think he sees that I'm filming. He's laughing at my cars. Erratic self-driving. Oh my gosh. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, back. Okay. So I was saying that I didn't want to miss out on the next big thing. I missed out on the .com boom. You could have become a millionaire back then. I was poor, didn't have any money. Then you could have became a millionaire when kind of, you know, Amazon blew up. Again, broke son of a bitch, didn't have any money. So then I said, look, the next big thing that comes along, I'm not going to miss it. I'm not missing out on that train. And so when I heard about Tesla and I saw the product and I listened to the man, Elon Musk, and his mission, his goals, I was like, that's it. That's the one. I'm putting all my freaking money in that basket. I'm putting all my eggs in that basket, or whatever analogy you want to use, or cliche. I just wasn't gonna miss it, and I didn't. And I'm very happy where I stand right now. Now, could something change? Something catastrophic? Could something catastrophic happen? I hope not, but it could. Very well could. No, I believe in the mission. This company is just killing it right now. There's just no doubt about it. If you don't know about Tesla, please, if you're watching this video, click like and subscribe, and I will help educate you on the magnificent things that Tesla has done, is doing, and is about to do in the future. And you're going to be like, whoa, yeah, they're going to be the next juggernaut. I mean, currently Amazon, I believe, holds that status. There's just nothing bigger than Amazon. You know, and for better or for worse, there's big debates about that. Should we have so much centralized control of our lives in certain ways? And again, I'm not political on this channel. I'm not going to take any sides. Don't try to get me to go down that rabbit hole, or I'm not going to take that bait. But I'll just say, as someone who listens to all the viewpoints and ponders them deeply, I think it's just a fair point to make that maybe we shouldn't have such centralized control in 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 companies, this type of thing. Anyway, something to ponder. So we're almost to the end of our route. This car came in hot. The car didn't react. The car that came on the cross street there to the stoplight, but the car does very well these days at not overreacting, something it used to do. It was very erratic and very unpredictable, and I would liken it to like a wild horse, actually, in a lot of situations. It was just like, the old Western movies when they shoot off a gun and the horses skitter and scatter off, and they're, scared. That's kind of how my Tesla was a year ago when I bought it. And I would just laugh. I'd be like, whoa, the wheels herking and jerking, going like this, and it's stuttering, going forward, stop, and this type of thing. I would just laugh. I'd be like, it's okay, you're okay. And I'd have to pet it and calm it down. But in all seriousness, it's just gotten so much better in its abilities. I'm very proud to be part of the beta testing team and getting granted that status a year ago, because not everyone could get that status. And yeah, I felt very, very privileged to be a tester, even though I paid a pretty penny for the vehicle. I don't mind being a guinea pig. I don't mind being a tester that's helping to progress technology that is going to literally save lives. It's going to help save our planet, and it's just going to change the world in magnificent ways. I completely believe this. This drive, it picked a really good route too. This is not high traffic. I was kind of concerned it was going to go right through the heart of downtown on I-5, which would have been probably jam-packed with cars and super tricky. So it didn't get as tested, although there's a lot of construction and cones around here, which it usually has trouble with. But knock on wood, it hasn't so far on this journey. So I like it. I like everything I'm seeing. Put this back. I think the sun is down enough in the horizon not to be in my eyes. And yeah. slow down to a complete stop. That was certainly one of those edge cases, if you know what I'm talking about. Elon Musk has mentioned in the past that self-driving vehicle needs to be able to navigate any situation. If there's a baby stroller in the middle of a freeway, it needs to know to stop and avoid it. So, yeah. Anyway, success. We are here. Thank you for watching. This is Maurice with Tezler Tesla, telling you to go out there, kick butt, take names. Boom.